Roque Hari.
Honorable Roque is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to first state at the outset that as a legislator, I've always been a strong supporter of President Rodrigo Duterte. I support him because of his independent foreign policy. I support him because he has shown political will to bring about genuine change in this country. And yet, despite this support for the president, I regret I cannot support the death penalty bill. Why? Well, first and foremost, let me state that when the House was being organized, I opted to stay in the minority despite my support for President Duterte, precisely because I knew I could not support the death penalty bill, and perhaps I also will not be able to support the bill lowering the age of criminal responsibility. To me, even if I have been known as a strong supporter of the president, it was better to remain in the minority because, as such, I will not be expected to support administrative measures that run contrary to my conscience. Why am I against the death penalty? Well, Mr. Speaker, I have been advocating for the protection and promotion of human rights for almost the entirety of my human life. The most important of all human rights is the right to life. Without the right to life, we are not capable of possessing any other rights. I've also been practicing law for 25 years before I was given a mandate by the people to represent them in this august chamber of Congress. And what I have discovered is that after 25 years of almost daily appearance in courts and other tribunals, that our criminal justice system is in trouble. It appears that almost all the pillars of our criminal justice system are not working. Recently, there was an instance of a South Korean killed at the very premises of Camp Crame, the headquarters of the PNP, proof that the police, as a pillar of the criminal justice system, is not doing its job. The prosecutors have dismal conviction rates, 1% only for extralegal killings, 10% for drug-related cases, and of course, the Philippines now is notorious for the length of delay that we have in our courts. It takes a regular case, an ordinary case in the regional trial court, 5 years to be concluded, 10 years before the Satigan Bayan. And of course, the public, the most important of all the pillars of our criminal justice system, appear to be accepting of shortcuts including extra-legal killings. What I am saying, Mr. Speaker, is that where you have a criminal justice system that is simply not working, the chances of a wrong sentence being imposed on an innocent man is just too great. According to a Latin saying, "Titius semper es errare in acquetado, quam impuniendo ex parte misericordia, quam ex parte justitiae." It is always safer to err in acquitting than in punishing, to be on the side of mercy rather than to be on the side of justice. Indeed, the dysfunctions of our criminal justice system raise real issues about its susceptibility to arbitrariness and abuse. Moreover, a death sentence, once implemented, is irreversible. The automatic review does not help much. Our past experience shows that precisely, given the many gaps in our criminal justice system, the process of review takes a good many years. A death convict eventually exonerated by the High Court will have to look back with much regret at the years the appeals process wasted on his life as he waited for the axe to fall or not. It is wrong to propose a death penalty as a solution when the primary problem of our criminal justice system is effective enforcement and prosecution of law. There is always the high probability of someone being wrongfully convicted and sentenced to death because of our dysfunctional criminal justice system. I have also taught international law for 15 years, and I would be ignoring the basic tenet of international law that treaty obligations voluntarily entered into must be complied with in good faith. We're a party to the ICCPR and the second optional protocol to the ICCPR, where we voluntarily undertook the obligation not to execute anyone in our jurisdiction, not to restore the death penalty. As a responsible member of the international community, we must abide by the principle of pacta sunt servanda, especially on such a crucial issue as the right to life. For this reason, I, Harry Roque, vote against the restoration of the death penalty in the Philippines. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Roque Roelio, Sakdalan, Segarbaria, Sahali, Salceda,